Hey guys, Pete Mercer here, and I saw a video of Chris Jones's recently about bulking, cutting and maintaining, and what most people want to know is, what's the best approach to doing it and how long should I do each for? So the way I look at it is it really depends on the person and what they want at that time. So for me at the minute I've got a competition in 2013, so I'll be bulking until then, and then I'll be cutting coming up to the competition. And then for people who say want to get ripped for summer, they'll cut up until then, and then they'll say maybe bulk over winter to put on some extra mass. So it really depends on what you want to do. Now the interesting thing that on Chris's video he was talking about was maintaining, and for that was to maintain as much of the mass that you have put on while bulking. So his approach is to bulk, cut and then maintain, because the way he puts it is that whenever you're cutting, obviously everyone knows that you will lose a small amount of muscle depending on how quickly you lose the weight. But he says that the first muscle to go is new muscle. So he said that you leave it for time, and then that will help the muscle mature. And the more mature your muscle is, the longer it will take for that to burn off. But let's look into this a little bit. So the way muscle growth works is, you put intense stress on the muscle and it breaks up, and then you get satellite cells which will fuse with the muscles, and that's what makes them grow. And the satellite cells have to mature to actually become normal cells, which is what makes the muscles grow. But then if you look at it in terms of when you're bulking and cutting, if you're cutting you're going to lose the muscle anyway. And then so if you're doing that and you've lost a little bit and you're going to maintain that to make the muscles more mature, if your following step after that is to bulk anyway, and that's when you'll be putting on more muscle mass, it doesn't really make sense to me to have a maintenance phase in between each, whether you're bulking or cutting, because if you're going to lose the muscle anyway, and you're following your cut up with the bulk, then it's not going to be, you're not going to, the muscle won't mature any quicker than it would while you're bulking, because if you're only going to lose muscle while cutting, then you've nothing to worry about by bulking straight afterwards. So that's just my take on it. You can decide for yourselves what you want to do, but I personally don't see any problem with cutting then bulking, then cutting then bulking. But of course it depends on your needs, what you want to do at the time. That's just my take on it. So I'm Pete Mercer. Take it easy.